Okay. Looks like we're live. Hello there, everyone. Nirui here. And though it is a Sunday, we are not having a Phoenix Wright stream because, unfortunately, one of the core members of the cast for when we're doing that has a more pressing personal matter to deal with. I'm not going to go into details. It's their matter, but needless to say, they are unable to make it tonight. So, I decided to try and do something a little different tonight. And I also seem to be in a bit of a masochistic mood because I am going to be starting for my first time ever with a little help from a certain someone who shall not be named. Be taking my first steps into the game Elden Ring.
Indeedy.
Yeah. I will admit, most of my experience in the Soulsborne type games all come from a certain game I would love to play again because I never got to finish that. But at the same time, it's been so long since I played, I'd have to start from the beginning anyway. But for some reason, a certain company seems to absolutely refuse to port it to PC.
In due time, I hope.
I want to have Bloodborne on PC, damn it.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely enjoy watching some people sit back and play that. Definitely a solid series.
Mm-hmm. We've only got one game, but it is so damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have actually gotten pretty far when I first played it, because when I talk to people who have played to completion about where I ended up getting stuck at, it's made it sound like I was actually somewhat close to the end. But I ran into a hard roadblock in the form of those enemies that if they see you, they give you this debuff that apparently it's the amount of damage is done is affected by your insight, and apparently I had enough insight to where it was an insta kill for me. So yeah, I hit a hard wall with that one. So, maybe one day I'll be able to go back and finish it. But for now, a fresh new game. Now let's do all the usual new game stuff, because this is legit the first time I have played this. So, brightness, camera options. Let's do this.
Yeah, 'cause you can theoretically skip the little, tutorial dungeon if you really wish to.
It's my first time. It feels like it wouldn't be right to skip it.
Oh, I mean, like I said, it's a solid wander now. Like I said, you got some nice little enemies. It gives you, the tutorials on, how to do the different commands and such now, and how to handle things. And, like I said, the actual boss for it is pretty nice and simple. Oh no, pretty solid little tutorial dungeon.
So let's see, we've got Vagabond, Warrior, Hero, Bandit, Astrologer, Prophet, Samurai, Prisoner, Confessor, and Wretch.
Yeah, let me actually, yeah, I'm gonna pop out of the game there now since we're gonna be waiting for a little bit there. So I'm gonna look at your stream so then we can maybe think of what to do with your character. Because basically each of these little ones offers its own pros and cons to start from as a base. Like with me, for this character I'm going to be playing as, I went with the samurai because it'll I can do a nice dex spell with it, but I can also make good use out of my bow with it.
Let's see. So we got vigor, mind, endurance, strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, and arcane.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, cause let's see. So just when I can be out of the ad, I can help you with things for now. So
Hmm.
yeah, so you see the samurai one, and that's the one I'm going with. So your vigor is you're going to affect how much HP you got. Mind is how much FP you got. Endurance, I think, is equip low, but also helps with your negation of various status ailments. Strength, dexterity, and all that are now. So the bottom three will affect more of the different types of magic stuff. So intelligence is good for your sorceries, and faith will be good for your like the faithy magic stuff. I forget the term for that now. I want to say one thing, but I would end up using the terminology I used for our game. Because a lot of the Hunter Guild stuff for now, the Hunter Lodge, is based off of this stuff.
Hmm.
So I wanted to say, like, I wanted to call things like hymns and such there, but I'm like, no, it's not what it was in this game. It's something else.
Hmm.
Sorceries and something else there now, but and Arcane sort of deals with like discovery and stuff now, but also deals with like a substrain of like the draconic magic stuff is really big on Arcane.
Hmm.
So each of these characters gives you good points and bad points. So let's see. So you're wanting to go with something really
I'm. I'm.
bloodborne.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning towards vagabond.
Vagabond's a solid start.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So you get to choose. So A type is masculine, B type is feminine.
Hmm.
And you get to select like how old you are. It only affects like appearances and stuff for now.
Mm-hmm.
Keepsake is the big thing here. So that is a starting item you'll have on you. And there's a bunch of different ones.
Let's see. Increases crimson, crimson amber medallion. Increases max HP.
Yep.
Lands between rune. Used to
So
gain
that's
many.
basically the lands between the rune. Then think of that as like oh from Bloodborne, it's basically like the bunch of souls or like
The
currency in one
the blood
item.
essence.
There we go. So that will give you like forget what strength it is, but the different strengths of runes give you different amounts basically.
Let's see. Golden seed.
So that one there is how you increase the number of flasks or healing charges you have access to.
Let's see. Fanged imp ashes.
So that's a special thing there now. So in this game, you're now in certain areas, you can summon in these like spiritual like beings to help you as like a friendly NPC.
Hmm.
So that'll summon in some fanged imps that'll help you kick the shit out of stuff.
Let's see. A
The
cracked
thing is,
pot.
in order to spawn them in, that costs you FP. Cracked pots is how you're able to make some of the throwable stuff. So when you use them, they won't go away. You're able to reuse the pots to make more stuff.
Hmm.
So it's just a way to have a item you can make items you can make use out of.
Let's
So in
see.
this game, there's a lot of like crafting stuff that you can get into if you really want to, or you
Hmm.
can just ignore it outright.
We'll see what we get into. Stone sword key.
Yep, so that unlocks like these little like shadowed off areas. So some of these ones you'll see like these little statues of imps. So you'll need like one or two of those stone sword keys to unlock these little areas. There's a bunch of like little spots like that scattered around. And we'll slowly be basically picking up some of those now to basically give us more of them to unlock these areas.
Hmm. And we've got the bewitching branch.
Mm-hmm. That is an actual item you can make. So they let's see, I think it does actually give a good description of what it does.
Hmm.
Boiled bronze.
So, what to go with here?
With me, I went with the golden sea to have an extra flask, but every one of those items have its good merits.
Yeah. I mean, considering that trying to go for a Bloodborne-esque build,
Yeah,
especially considering that with Bloodborne, and I'm spoiled with Bloodborne because the whole blood vials and you can collect them.
yeah.
Having limited heals like this, every little bit helps.
Oh, definitely. And in this game, now you're able to split them up between two different types. So one is your HP flask, and one is your ones for your FP, your like your mana essentially. And weapons and shields and like stuff to now have specific like special skills you can use with them. They use these skill points or these FP charges. So you're so it does help for like even warriors to invest a little bit into their mind in order to have more of that to make use out of. But you're realistically you're gonna be seeing a lot more of it being used for say like an actual like caster build.
Now here's the part that could be that could take a lot of time. Character
Oh yeah.
customization.
Oh yeah, I customized myself a little bit now. I mostly stuck to just the face.
Hmm.
But I'm happy with what I came up with.
I think for this initial run, I could just go with like a ace template,
Uh-huh.
and well, let's just see what we've got here.
I will
So,
say they do have a nice variety of different builds.
yeah. Hmm. I'm thinking Truth Seeker might be a good base for a hunter.
Oh, definitely. And you'll find in this game the bow like fighting is a hell of a lot better than it was in the original like Dark Souls games. Because you know how janky that was in the other ones. I remember with the three, it was like multiple inputs you had to do in order to even get the bow to actually do anything.
And going because I always end up trying to go for these kinds of things.
Ooh, green. Going for a blue or purpley.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And thankfully you're able to move around like your body in this little like side screen here, so it helps with like setting up these different ways you want yourself to look like.
Yeah, try to do a minimum you
Oh, no worries.
you know with a good character creator you can potentially spend hours customizing yourself.
Oh, you can spend hours with this, especially with the body sliders and all
Mm-hmm.
that. There now, there's a bunch of different
Yeah,
ones. Like
yeah,
I spent a few minutes just on getting my face to look nice.
yeah. Considering that we're on the clock here, that's gonna be all I do.
Okay, okay.
Because Yeah, I got lots to get into here.
Oh yes. Oh, and we have this lovely cinematic coming up as we get the story.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fall, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fall to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty much the usual. The world is hell.
Yeah. Basically, it just gave you a little blurb here now. So, before things were pretty good here now, back when, the goddess and all that was still kicking around her now, and she was essentially speaking with this cosmic deity type thing. That's what they talk about, the greater will.
And already seeing,
you're right.
Yeah, I'm already seeing a lot of what look to be player messages.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be seeing a ton of that.
I mean, it's a Soulsborne game.
Oh god, yes. And be prepared to see a bunch of blood pools all over the place.
Okay. So just getting my footing.
Yep. And if need be, you can always go into the system and look at what your gamepad's buttons all do. Just to give yourself a more broad view of what the world you can do.
Now that is quite the view.
Yep, that is the tree. That is the giant ass, basically world tree of this world.
Okay, so that blood splatter is just someone going and jumping to their death.
Yes. So with this place here, there's nothing to pick up. You're more or less going along to the to a spot across a bridge from, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these messages are just players trying to troll people into jumping.
Oh yes.
Oh, it has been way too long since I've been in one of these games.
I mean, there is an item here you can get. It's dependent on how skilled you are. And it's not in the framework of platforming, but in the how good are you at combat? Yeah, you don't want to be part of the lemmings jumping off.
I don't buy that one bit.
Yeah. Now, there are illusionary walls in this game, so sometimes those BS messages are actually telling you the truth. But I don't think that one's real.
So you think? I think it's a bit.
So I think it's a what?
So you're thinking that's not a real hidden secret wall?
Yeah, I mean, you've tried a few times at it, so it hasn't popped yet. So I think you're in the clear.
You never know with these messages whether they're real or they're just trolls.
Oh, definitely.
No enemy ahead. Bullshit. Praise the confusion.
Now, I will say, what you're about to face, you can theoretically kill it. And if you do, you get a weapon for it. The only downside is you have no flasks here, so yeah.
Yeah,
That went as well as I thought it would.
Yeah, a bit slow on the on the warning for that one.
Yeah. So thankfully, no, that is not the tutorial dungeon. That is basically the game giving you the chance of defeating something that you will come across later on, but if you don't, all's good.
Much like the wolf, a wolf in that first room in Bloodborne.
Exactly. Because theoretically, yes, you can kill that wolf. You just need to be pretty good with controls at it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Don't worry, Torrin. Fortune is
Duh.
on her side. We found her here after all. One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Flask of Crimson Tears.
Yep, that's your HP item. And the Cerulean Tears is your FP item flask.
The Cave of Knowledge lies below.
Yep, so down there is the tutorial dungeon. And there's also a Site of Grace down there, so you can use your seed down there if you wish. Yep, so you just need to go down that pit off to your right. Ooh. Okay, so there's a Site of Grace up ahead.
So, the bonfire / lanterns of this game.
Exactly. So, go to it, activate it first, and then sit down, and then you can use your seed to get a new charge. So then you'll have 5 to work with instead of 4. So see, there's a little, like, icon next to flasks. Oh. Yeah, so see, there's like a little glowing pip, so that lets you know that you're able to add a new charge in. And this is also where you can allocate which charges goes where. So at the moment you have 5 charges, and they should be split between 4 in Crimson, 1 in Cerulean.
I'm gonna put them all into Crimson right now because at the moment don't know anything I'm using Cerulean for.
Yeah, at most you'd be doing it for like weapon skills and stuff like that for now, and honestly, you should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now your first enemy, well, first proper enemy. Not, you know, a boss coming to kick your ass in.
Let there be surprise attack.
Okay, I'm gonna go pop in the game now, because honestly, this dungeon is not that long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and since most of my experiences in Bloodborne, there's no fucking blocking. It's dodge, dodge, or just or attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see controls. Need to check the controls again for the. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to try and and familiarize myself with how to do the grab and hold thing with two hands, because
Yeah, that's definitely a nice one to know.
yeah, just yeah, just try to see if I can go and look up that help message again, because I did it. Uh,
Yep. So if you go into your inventory, and you like left click over, you can actually see all your tutorial stuff off to the left there. So like when you're in like your inventory, you see like Crimson and Cerulean and all that. If you, for me, I hit left bumper, you go to the last page and it shows you all your tutorial messages.
so Y and the weapon.
Yep, you hold down Y, which will hold up your which will pull out your pouch items. But if you were to hit the bumpers, then you'd be able to switch which hand you got like dual wielding in. So you can like if you hit left bumper, you're dual wielding your left hand item. if you're doing it with your right hand item. So like for me, with me as a samurai, I starts with the Uchi katana. I could always, if I wanted to, go two-hand with it. But I like having a little tiny shield on me, because I like being able to block shit.
Skills, huh? Okay. Stakes of Marika. This is basically an alternative revive spot.
Yep, usually they're gonna be, like, right next to, like, a boss chamber or something. So then you're able to quickly, use that to port back there instead of, having to run through all the filth. So it's a nice, like, quality of life thing in this game. Since you're talking about the America thing, that means you're perfectly near the boss.
Mm-hmm. And got him.
Like I said, he's not that hard of a boss, is he? But he's a good way to introduce you to the concept of bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So before you jump down, there's an item just past the boss that you can get on the ledge just above where you started off from. It basically gives you an emote.
One, already got it, and two, a bit slow on that one.
Oh, fair. Only just thought to actually mention that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, cooperative multiplayer. Use tarnish scroll finger to write up a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You take the role of an ally, and your objective is to beat the area boss. A finger severer and a tarnish scrolled finger.
Yep. And then when you actually gets outside the building, they're now just off to your right. There's going to be a little like Stake America just down like the hill from you. You go to there first, and you get your thing. So basically, when I get summoned in, I'll summon by one of those.
Yeah, this must be one of those spots for a stone sword key.
Yep. I might have just seen you. Sometimes you'll be able to see the ghosts of other players in their own worlds doing stuff for now, so I might have just saw you coming up to the touch the site of grace up here.
Someone's a bit of a troll. They put their message right on top of the damn liver.
Yeah, they do love doing that, don't they?
And I'm guessing I need to actually appraise the damn thing in order to bypass it.
Possibly? Yeah.
Or just go in there because they don't need to pull the lever.
Yeah. That's only to call it down if you accidentally go through it and it goes up. So then you should be getting... If you're writing the thing up here now, you're not that far away from me.
Okay. Limgrave.
Yep, and you get to see the wondrous sight when you get out of the building.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Must just be with me. Be where all those memes when the game came out of being maidenless comes from.
Exactly. So you're talking with Vare?
Whoever this guy is right outside.
Yep, that's Vare. That is White Mask Vare.
Summoning pools.
Yep. Okay, so the little, like, the thing of America. So you should be able to summon me for cooperative co-op there now. Oh, I think I see actually. Eee. Saw your little ghostly apparition.
Okay, so I guess I use a small golden effigy.
Think so? Let me have a look. See. Inventory. No, I think it's the tarnished furrowed finger for creates a summon sign for cooperative multiplayer.
Yeah, but small golden effigy sends the co-op sign to summoning pools.
Oh.
So I'm gonna use it,
Co-op
and
signs.
then you see if you can join on me.
That is a good question. Multiplayer. You can use various multiplayer items. If you set a group password, you'll be more likely to see messages, summon signs.
Alright, I've sent it, so see if you can join in before someone else does.
If you leave a... Oh, you might be able to set a password. Yeah, multiplayer password. Let's just say it as NAE. N-A-E. And allow them to summon you as a furrowed finger for cooperative multiplayer. Okay, I think you might be able to find me there now.
I mean, I've already put the put the golden effigy and put the summon sign from the pool.
Where to? Let me see. Shift tab.
And I'm setting a password as we speak.
Yeah. Multiplayer. So, what are you using as your password?
I'll text it to you. Though you can probably see what it is by looking at the stream.
I don't have it up because I didn't want to put my system through too much.
Fair. So just let me get to you so I can put it there.
Okie dokie. Okay. Likely summon sons. Okay. And I'm also putting this in as a group password too, just in case. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, previously watching obviously kind of still my first time doing this, and
Same. I haven't exactly done multiplayer with this one yet either, because I knew it was a little bit of a thing. Okay. So where did you put down your sign to?
right outside the tutorial area.
Okay, okay. Right outside it. It's just outside the building?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right near the first site of grace.
Just by the first site of grace.
Mm-hmm.
West. Okay. Multiplayer. Might be missing something. Okay. Are you able to see, like... Okay, put down a little Sidra over near Vare.
Not seeing anything.
Yeah, huh. Okay, past time until morning. Let's see if that might poke something. Okay.
Gotta love technical difficulties.
Oh, yes.
In hindsight, probably should have done a little bit more research on the multiplayer element before trying to go all in.
Yeah. Race champion. Obstacles. I was hoping this would be a little bit more streamlined. Multiplayer. Yeah, because we both have the same password and group password, I would assume. Okay. Do over here.
Let's see. So if you set multiplayer password, you'll only be matched with players with other players using the same password for most multiplayer features. So you might need to set yourself to the matching password if you
I
haven't
did.
already.
Yep, I got it in both multiplayer password and group password.
Yeah. The
So
group
that was capitalized, right?
Yeah. First letter capitalized, the rest all lowercase.
Yeah, because I got that typed in. Maybe if I try...
Let me withdraw the sign of the summoning pools and set to both near and far.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll help. Plus, it also will open things up potentially for me to get a move on, because I can only stand in this one area for so long.
Indeed. That's weird. Like I said, I thought we would be able to find each other like this. We both have the same thing there now. Let's see. So you notice like the like beam of light going away from the set of grace? You see it's going over toward that church? How about we meet up over there? So there's a set of grace over there.
The Church of Ella.
Yep. And this is also where our first merchant is to. Okay then,
so armaments up to +3.
So I'm leaving a summoning sign here, and I'm going to leave a
You're tarnished.
both near and far.
I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
And I see this merchant stall decked out for the holiday season.
Oh, definitely. But they are usually dressed very ostentatiously. So I'll try popping back to here.
The throwing dagger, telescope, fur calling finger remedy, pot, crafting kit, bolts, arrows, book. torch, shield.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. Goodbye for now.
Okay, so I left a sign over by the merchant. Now, off of Curly, you want to pick up the crafting kit.
Already did that. Or,
Nice.
or I mean, purchase from him, you mean?
What is
Yeah.
it?
Does that allow you to make stuff out in the field?
I suppose that's fair.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Nice to do.
Visions of night, seek enemy. Maybe if I pop out of the game, pop back in, might fix something. Like I said, I was hoping this would be a lot more seamless. 'Cause I've seen people do this before to now, the whole multiplayer thing, and it worked out pretty good for them.
In the meantime, I shall explore.
Indeed. Okay, multiplayer. Yeah. Active multiplayer. This is annoying.
One thing that's probably a bit more intimidating about this, other than this being a Soulsborne game, is it being open world.
Yeah. Okay, so I left the sign. Yeah, I think we might be maybe janking up by doing both, because I think it's supposed to be the furrowed finger, because that's for cooperative multiplayer. assigned to several. If you're summoned, you'll be transported to that summoning pool in the house for multiplayer will begin. Several summoning pools. Activated pools only. The game includes both an Elden Ring PvP mode, which we're not doing, those bringing the various NPC summons, but this is all about the important version of multiplayer when you should be taking.
Deep Front Ruins.
Multiplayer either with friends or with random. Players will need to jump through a few hoops first, as co-op has its own limitation and requires a bit of setup. First of all, online multiplayer this requires all players to have their devices connected to the internet, of course.
Oh boy.
You can get into co-op play. Elden Ring has one player act as a host of fingers, and everybody else then joins the world as a phantom player, effectively assisting the host with whatever it is they're doing. Here's what you and your friends need to do. Okay, all players need to launch Elden Ring and scroll down to multiplayer. Once there, select settings and enter a multiplayer password. It can be anything, but as long as you and your friends both enter it correctly and it matches, that's all that matters. You only see each other, not the thousands of other players. Next, any players that aren't going to host should use a special item marked. Okay, so... Oh! Okay, so that's the reason why I can't see you, because you're trying to basically join someone else. So you're supposed to not have the... So you don't do the stuff, I do the stuff. Okay, that makes so much sense now. So you're basically butting heads then. Okay, so you're gonna need to basically get rid of your little summoning cinder now, and then I'll... Let's see. Special item marked in the multiplayer menu called Small Golden Effigy. Okay. So, I need to do the... So multiplayer, I need to use the golden effigy. Okay, so I need to do the both near inferno. Okay. Should use a special item. It'll be there, lean against serious. The player that wants others to join them then needs to find a small statue called a murder effigy, specifically in an area they need help with. These are small common statues with arms or edge. Okay, so like I said, you don't do anything. It's all on me activating items, and then you go to the little effigy and you summon. At least that's what's saying here. But be right back. I just need to go quickly use it.
Alright then.
But I think I understand how to do it now.
Okay. So I'll fast travel there and see if I can find him. Button. Okay, so I have to go back to the first step.
Yep, so go back to the first wander now. And you just go briefly into the building. That'll get rid of all your signs and then come back out again.
I do believe if I turn the ones I had off.
Okay. Player that wants to join others to join them then needs to find a small statue called a martyr effigy, specifically in the area they need help with. Small common statues with arms out across. Yep, we find that. Interact with the effigy to opening the summoning pool, revealing a symbol that allows you to summon your friends who have used the small golden effigy with matching passwords. Okay. So then you can go down to the little effigy and then do the thing.
by the little effigy thing, but I'm not seeing anything popping up.
Okay, so we have matching. Maybe if I just. There we go. Okay, maybe if I. Okay, since you're over by it now, so let me just try again. So, small goat and nearby only. Okay. How about now?
Not seeing anything.
Son of a bitch. Up to 3 players at a time, 1 host. But it's also not. It's important to know that brought into it aren't quite as powerful as they are, and they have half the number of flask. Fun, but they normally would have, and their stats are. Stop 2. Stop more bonuses. Aren't supposed to do the fight where you just help out a bit. Heals. The whole thing is not on one go. Specific goal in mind, aka the boss of the area, where the host triggers the murder that effectively makes the whole area into a mission. The host brings players into the ghost, destroy the castle boss. So you need to find another effigy if you want to summon friends.
In theory, it could be that I need to progress a bit further.
Maybe? I have no clue. I mean, this should be working. Use a multiplier called the Tarnished Furled Finger. Okay, that's for the random one. Right next to the small go. Place then go. Here's some random players gains to be triggered by them. Can't be seen until the potential host uses an item. Wait, what? However, these symbols can't be seen until the potential host uses. Oh, that's for the furl finger. Use your coordinate fingers. Person joining the host may end up.
Ow!
Hmm?
I picked a fight I probably shouldn't have.
Are you fighting the big guy?
Big guy on a horse? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what the Elden Ring refers to as a field boss.
Yeah, try and get my runes back without triggering the guy.
Yeah, it's not too hard to do to know. It depends on really where you
Oh,
died,
but
though.
he spotted me.
Oh, that's not good.
Running, 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 running. Shit! Shit, 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 shit!
Yeah, that guy's no joke.
Ow, fuck, 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 fuck! I want to at least try and get a little bit closer to the spawn area, so if I die, I won't have to worry about aggroing him again to get my stuff back. At least my strategy to have my runes drop nearby my spawning point worked.
That's good.
Okay, duly noted. I got to mess with that guy later.
Yeah, he's a tough one, but he does drop a pretty nice weapon.
Yeah, I'm probably have to get significantly stronger if I want want to beat that guy.
Yeah. He's no joke, that's for certain.
And considering that resting at the site of grace, it doesn't seem to give me any options for allocating my stats to level up.
Yeah, we don't have that yet. We're maidenless. So the trick to doing that is we need to unlock a number of sites of grace first. So I think it's 5 in total. Then you get to meet, well, someone.
Okay, so
That will help you.
I've gotten 3 so far. At least 3 outside of the tutorial.
Yeah, so I was about to say that would be ones outside of the tutorial area.
Yeah, definitely need to get better at getting the crit hits in. That's something I still need a lot of practice with when I last played Bloodborne. Growth-Side Cave, that's the last one I found. Alright, let's see if we can find some more.
Thankfully, I knows where a bunch are. But that's just me.
Oh ho, I think I spot a C1. First off, look carefully. Pointing me in this direction. Stormgate. Ow! Son of a bitch! That's what they meant by look carefully. Oh, hello there!
What did he piss off?
Yipe! Son of a... Ow! It's big. It's ugly. And I've got archers on top of all that.
Yep.
Okay, so run in, grab my things, then bolt it.
More or less.
Running. Nope. Okay, it stopped following me. Now I got some of these guys. Yeah, I'm not quite ready for a boss fight yet.
Understandable.
Then again, you never really are in these kinds of games.
No, you got that right.
Lots of ruin fragments here. I feel like they're tempting me to jump when they're putting a ledge with a bunch of eagles standing by it.
Definitely.
But at the same time, I know what jumping can typically do in this game type.
Oh, yes.
So I have no intention of going on Assassin's Creeding myself to death.
Smart.
I mean, yeah, I can be a gremlin at times, but this is one of those games that can punish you for being a gremlin.
Oh, indeedy.
Especially since, as you put it, I am apparently maidenless, which is a bad thing.
Yeah. Because we have no way at the moment to basically enhance ourselves.
And if I want to actually try and make myself a build that's going to be a Bloodborne build, I'm going to need to put points into myself.
Indeed.
What's this? Some kind of some kind of air vent. I'm guessing potentially a way to lift you up from down in the bottom of that crevasse.
Yep, that's primarily used for when you get the nice fancy thing that's introduced in this game. Ah, here we go. Now I'm getting my little cutscene.
Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. So, I'm getting two notes here. One saying lover ahead, another saying octopus ahead, therefore fire required ahead.
Yeah, that's the land octopuses, or land squirts as they're called.
Oh, tentacles.
Yeah.
And I bet that it's gonna be a rough fight.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm a bit far off location-wise from the last Grace site that I found.
Ooh.
I mean, I'd have to make a bit of a backtrack, which would also involve me getting lost because I'm just meandering around here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's one of the things about open world games that can sometimes make them a little bit intimidating for me is my horrible sense of direction.
Yeah.
Come on, Wolfie! Ow! Ah, crap, there. I have angered the pack. Ow!
Oh no. Yeah.
There were more than I thought there were. A lot more!
When it comes to wolves, yeah, there's usually a fair few of them.
Crap baskets. Now there goes those. At least it's marked on the map, so it's easy enough to, relatively easy enough to find. So long as you don't die on the way out there. Alright, time to hoof it.
Nice.
And that's the kind of thing I was hoping to avoid, finding my way back here. Because my thought was thinking, okay, for that one big guy, maybe I can just outrun him because I'm not locked into the arena.
Uh-huh.
Just need to worry about the archers.
Oh, yes.
So, plan, go, get my essence back. And then fast travel back to that one point and see if I can outrun them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I got the pack leader. Okay. Managed to survive that. But there's still more wolves over there.
Oh, yes.
At least I got the big one down, so that should help a fair bit.
Indeed.
'Cause that one is most likely the pack leader.
Yeah, there's usually like one slightly bigger or like tougher looking one that's usually the alpha.
Yep. And that one was the first to die. Yeah, I'll try and head back to where I was to the last gray spot. Assuming I don't get turned around, that is.
Yeah.
Because... Oh, lightning. Do I have to worry about getting struck by that?
Good question. I do not know the actual answer to that one. But knowing FromSoft, probably.
Okay, so we got lightning strikes. And you can kind of faintly see a bit of light right before a lightning strike.
Yeah.
So theoretically, if your reflexes are fast enough, you can avoid getting struck. Excuse me, goats. Going through. Yeah, I might have already gotten turned around. Curse my sense of direction. And another guy on a horse.
Oh, yeah, those are, fun guys.
Oh, I think I found where I need to go. I'm just up on a cliff. Yeah, I gotta find a spot to get down safely. Because, yeah, I need to rest up because I used a couple of my flasks with dealing with those wolves. Okay, so, strategy. Run.
Yeah.
No fight, run.
Lots and lots of running.
Because, yeah, I'm not one of those Soulsborne players who is ultra super skilled and can do a no-death run.
Yeah.
I think the people who are actually capable of doing stuff like that are kind of, you know, cuckoo pants. I mean, you gotta be if you're gonna put enough enough to get that skilled at the game.
Oh god, yes.
Nope, cutscene.
Ah, you get to meet your, maiden.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina, offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled.
Of course I'll accept.
Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
Spectral Steed Whistle.
Ah.
To traverse.
Yep, so you can now summon, so you know that little, like,
It will summon a spectral
mount that,
steed named
she was on
Torrent.
before? You can now summon him, Torrent.
Torrent has chosen you.
So that is how you get around the map really quickly, and also introduces horseback, fighting.
Okay, let's.
Shall I turn your runes to
So let's do
strength?
some level ups here.
Let my hand
With, well, at least with
rest
what
upon
we've
it.
got.
Yep.
For but a moment,
Once you're done there,
share them
you
with
might
me.
want to head back to the Church of Ella for a little talk
Your
with someone.
ambitions, the principles you would follow.
What to invest in now?
That is the great decision, isn't it?
Let's start with getting some points into endurance. More stamina is better, after all.
Uh-huh.
And let's see, I can only put one extra point into endurance, so I think for Faith and Arcane might want to potentially hold until I've got some items that I can use.
Uh-huh. I'll need that.
It looks like I've only got enough for just the one point into endurance. It'll have to do. Every little bit helps.
Definitely need that. Cookbook. 600 words.
I got a few golden runes. I might as well consume some of those to get some extra runes that I can use to further level myself.
Yeah. So an interesting thing with this game, Nay, is that when you vanquish a group of enemies, you actually get refunded some of your flasks. So like that big camp in front of that gate you were at, if you'd vanquished them all, you'd be able to get back basically a bunch of like your health flasks and shit.
Another point into endurance. Okay. Now, it was the... at the church, you said?
Yep.
This way, tarnished. May I have a word? A pleasure to meet thee, tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master.
Spirit calling bell.
Yep.
Lone wolf ashes.
'Tis a bell for calling forth
Yep, so now you can summon a pack of wolves to help you out,
from ash and return
if need
to the
be.
earth
But you need to be within, like,
the
certain
spirit
areas to
obey
do
thine
that.
command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
Might not grab myself a telescope while I'm here.
Goodbye.
Okay, so now... back to the gate front. And time to see if I... to go and try to employ my... my strategy. Just book it. Running, 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 running. Hup, hup, hup. Running! Out of my way, big guy. Ow, son of a bitch. Did you just knock me down by yelling at me?
You fighting a bat?
Golden... No, that big thing that's was blocking the gateway. Oh, and got a golden seed. Oh, vanquishing enemy groups.
Yep.
Oh, and I think I spot. It's gonna take me a while to internalize it because I'm more familiar with referring to them as lanterns or bonfires.
Yeah.
Stone sword key.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it. You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle? Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider? Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off, or legs, or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
Well, Red, being afraid is just part of being human.
I know. Can you take this little one along with you?
Spirit jellyfish ashes.
The poor thing deserves someone brave.
Oh, you get
on
the
their
spirit
side.
jellyfish. That's cute.
The spirits look
Oh, so
down
that means you
upon
found
them
what's her name
and
to speak to.
It'll be glad of your company.
Don't know her name, but I'm just calling her Red for now, because, you know, the Red Hood.
Yep, you can speak to her a few more times for now.
It was a pleasure to see you.
She actually becomes a rather important NPC.
If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know. It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, tell them I love that I'm finally getting the hang.
Okay, I think I've reached the end of that dialogue tree. So I'm guessing that means my next targeted stop is this Stormvale Castle.
Yep, you saw that. That was that big old castle up on the cliffside there. And when you were speaking with the White Cloak guy there now, he mentioned that that would be your first, more or less, thing to go off to do.
Okay, another charge to my flask. And Elena has something to say.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Earth Tree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden. Upon the cliff in Castle Stormvale is a shard-bearer, a demigod, who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden Ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring.
Alright, so my path is set now. I need to find a way inside that castle.
Yep, but it's gonna be a bit of a pain for you to actually get there.
Figured as much. Hey, get back here, Glowy. I want to see what you drop.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, those glowy things. They'll actually give you some rather interesting things.
With a whetstone
So they'll
knife.
give you.
Yeah, just reading here. Adding skills. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ash's War to grant your armaments new skills at sites of grace. An armament can only have one skill. Any skill previously had will be removed. An armament's type determines what skills it can have. Some special armaments have unique skills that cannot be granted new ones. Adding affinities. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant affinities to your armaments at sites of grace. You can alter its attack affinity, boosted attribute scaling, and more.
Yep.
Ash of War Wild Strikes.
Yep. So that'll be a melee one.
Okay, all these guys here are gonna gang up on me if I try and go head on.
Oh, most probably.
And I think an archer spotted me. Because yeah, I just I've got arrows flying by my head. Fuck you and your crossbow. Oh. Okay, first thing first, I'm taking care of the guy on the ballista.
Yeah, the ballistas are no joke.
chain-draped tabard.
Nice. So that would be the tabard off of those Godric knights, soldiers you keep fighting.
Alright, now to work my way back down and kill more of these guys, because I could use the experience.
Oh yes.
And of course, trying to get the timing right for the critical attack. Especially on these shield guys.
Oh, definitely.
Down you go.
Hello, hello.
And no loot from you.
Nay,
Yay?
you realize we have another stream tonight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did my best to plan around that, so I can give myself at least a good hour in between this one and that.
Good to know.
So yeah, at the most I'm going to end this at the top of the hour.
Lovely. I'll see you in the WoW stream then.
Mm-hmm. A new lost grace. Okay, that's definitely screaming boss ahead.
Me? I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Earth Tree, long ago, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless. There is something for which I must apologize. I've acted the Finger Maiden, yet can offer no guidance. I am no maiden. My purpose was long ago lost.
Oh, you're already in the tunnel.
So yeah, probably not going to continue this for too much longer. Oh, a gold summon sign.
Oh, how much runes do you got on you at the moment?
928.
You might want to spend that on something.
Probably more stamina. Okay, that puts me now just down to 81.
Good, so how much does that leave you with?
81, that's all I got left.
Good, that's a good amount to be going into this with.
Oh, great. Yep, we've got crossed the 2-hour mark, so this is about getting close to the point, and I was planning on wrapping this one up anyway, so... This is screaming boss fight.
Just a bit, isn't it?
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish thy flame.
So, Nay, are you ready to fight a demigod?
Be Margit the Fell.
Probably not. Okay. Ow! Son of a bitch!
Yeah, he uses that tail as a weapon.
These foolish ambitions to rest.
For the briefest of moments, I felt like I was in the zone, and then...
Well, on the bright side, Nay, you now have access to a new spot because of this fight.
Yeah...
So now if you go to the bonfire, I think Melina will have something to talk to you about.
I mean, I already talked to her before going into this. Oh,
Well, that's
So-
because you just
something
got
fresh.
killed for the first time by
Forgive me.
Margit.
I've been testing you to see whether or not grace truly does guide you, and whether you are fit to face the challenge that entails. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hall, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace. Very well.
There we go.
Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
So that's the big thing is the round table hold. There's only two ways to unlock it. Either A, unlock a bonfire outside of Limgrave, or B, get your ass kicked by Margit one time. So this place is sort of like your spot with all of your with the bulk of your helpful NPCs. So this would be the more advanced spot for like making your weapons more stronger, because that forge you found over at the church, that can only get you up to a +3 on your weapons. Here there's a blacksmith that will do the higher end stuff for you. And there's also a bunch of other NPCs here, a few stores, and also your access to buying the sorceries and the holy stuff and such like that.
So, the equivalent to the Hunter's Dream.
Yes, that's what this roundtable hold is. And oh look, someone from that opening.
Tarnished made their way to the round table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome. It is safe here. You may let down your guard.
Coliseum combat.
That's the PvP stuff.
Your new face. No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
And of course, at the moment, I don't have have anything to upgrade them with.
Well, no, you do have the items to actually upgrade them with. You just don't have enough coin. Because remember, you picked up, I think, 3 smithing stones when you checked that anvil out before.
Ah, so I can duplicate past Ashes of War that I've gotten.
Yep, in case you like stuff that, like a certain one, you want to do it onto another one at the same time. This is how you do it. Oh yeah, this is the game's blacksmith. This guy does all the nice stuff for you. Now be careful. There is a spot if you go into the big courtyard in here, you will have a bit of a tussle. Just to warn you. And the room you're in at the moment or now is Fia, the deathbed companion.
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hall. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
That's a whole thing, so if you do this, you can basically get an item for it. But I think you get, like, a minor, like, health penalty for each of these items that you get off of her.
I think I'll refuse for the time being.
Yeah, you can always come back at a later point if you ever choose to change your mind.
Because with a name like the one you told me, that kinda...
I mean, considering we saw her basically cuddled up next to a corpse in the opening cutscene, that sort of gives you an idea of what she does.
Oh, I see you've just arrived. Welcome to the Round Table Hold. I'm Corin, a man of the cloth.
Ah, this guy. This guy is the one that sells you the holy, is like your holy spell, first merchant.
The secrets of the Golden Order.
Incantations, there we go.
If a tarnished of the Round Table Hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them, ensuring order regains its proper form, righting rule over men. By the way, do you still see it? The guidance of grace. You do? Wonderful news. Most tarnished are blind to it these days. You are something of a rare breed. Well, what do you say? Care to learn an incantation of the 2 fingers?
Okay. I do not have enough essence to learn any of these.
You probably have enough faith to at least learn the lowest healing spell, because that one only requires 8 faith.
So I need to put some points into faith to get the one or whatever I might need.
That's if you wish to go down that path.
Let's see. Urgent heal.
Yeah,
Heal,
so
cure
faith would be for your incantations, intelligence is for your sorceries, and arcane is sort of for the draconic stuff. So there's a whole line of, like, dragon-based spells, more or less, to make use out of, if one so decided. And that tends to be heavily based on the arcane stuff. Now, there's also a sorcery guy here, too. One of these ones leads you out to, like, a little, like, balcony of sorts. I believe that would be where your sorcery goes to. Oh, and down the way you're going to now, that's where, the merchant is to.
Just call
The
me
basic one.
Dios. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me.
I think I'll finish exploring around these parts and then call it.
Yeah. Yeah, so down this way, there's a merchant just down past the door, I believe. They're sort of like this, like, blind people or something like that, or some kind of, like, husk. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, rune.
Yeah, twin maiden husks. So, if you were to, say, get it into your mind to butcher all the merchants, you'll pick up off of them these bell bearings. You would then give these bell bearings to this husk, and you can then have all of their stuff in their store available here too. So that's how you sort of grow the store if you wanted to. But you'll also gain over the course of the game certain bell bearings, so you can say there's a line for like all the different smithing stones. So you can then buy them with actual runes in order to get more stuff to make stuff with. And there's also this one item that allows you to, same thing as the smithing stones, but they're for your spirits. So you can make your spirits more powerful, so that requires a certain item itself. So there's a line of bell bearings that do that too. So essentially you would be able to unlock the ability to buy an infinite number of these, but you'd have to still pay, runes for it. So that way you can't exactly lock yourself out of being able to like make your shit better. So out here on this balcony, I don't think you got him yet now, but this is where the sorcery guy would be too, behind you against the wall. Now, if you were to drop down into that little courtyard down below, there's gonna be a bit of a scuffle. Just gonna warn you now. So yeah, the sorcery guy is not here yet.
And yeah, I think with that, I'm going to wrap the stream up for now, because before I take on that boss, I'm probably gonna need to grind a bit to get level a little.
Oh, definitely. And we need to work out how to get the fucking multiplayer to work.
That too. On top of all that, I also need to get prepared, because I do have another stream scheduled for later on this evening, so...
Oh, most indeedy.
Yeah. Part of this reason why I started so early was so I can still get my own stream going, have a little fun there, and then have enough time in between to prep for the next one.
Oh, indeed.
Because, as Stormy mentioned when she popped in, there is that other stream going, and
yep,
yeah, she did end up popping in pretty close to when I was going to wrap up anyway, since we crossed the 2-hour threshold. And yeah, I'm pretty sure anyone who would want to watch me play this doesn't want to see me going and just doing lots of mindless grinding for essence.
Yep.
Runes.
Yep.
They're called
for your runes, and also game. For like materials to it or not, because it's not a bad idea to do a little bit of work on getting some of the equipment.
Yeah.
You can.
And
so.
Yeah. Possibly trying to upgrade, get myself a more suitable weapon, and then upgrade it.
Indeedy.
Because,
yeah, because you have normal so for like normal weapons, your regular smithing stones would do for that. But for like more like unique weapons, that's what you need these somber smithing stones for. So they are the ones that do your special weapons. But
mean,
generic weapons like what you're using there now would just use your regular stuff, which is more easy to get your hands on.
much like in Bloodborne, you need certain kinds of upgrade items in order to upgrade to a certain point.
Exactly.
Like you can upgrade to +3 with certain kinds of bloodstones. You need a stronger
Yep.
kind of one for up to +6, +9,
Exactly. That's
etc.,
how this
etc.
one works, though. So right now you're able to get, well, you're usually going to get your hands on to the regular smithing stones. So
Hmm.
those ones will do you up to +3. And then, as you said, like +6, +9, stuff like that.
Hmm.
And there's only a few of the ones that can help you get your weapon up to the highest point it can get. Those are, I think, dragon smithing stones.
So first things first, I need to figure out what weapon is going to be my main before I start working about super investing into it.
Oh god, yes. There's a bunch of different weapons, so it all depends on what type of stuff you like to make use out of. Are you like swords? Are you like smashy
I
stuff
mean,
like that now?
in my last playthrough of Bloodborne, I really didn't need much in forms of weapons because saw blade was so good as a starting weapon. It served me well throughout my entire playthrough.
Oh god, yes. That's the beautiful thing with Bloodborne is that the starting weapons can ride you through to the end if you want to,
Hmm.
easily.
Yeah, and the trick axe was also a solid thing.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't quite get adjust to the cane though.
Yeah, the cane definitely required a little bit of finesse.
Yeah. Another one I kind of liked that it was in the same vein as the trick axe was the uh, no, it was in the same blade as the saw blade. It was the saw, but it turned into a spear.
Okay, I think I know the one you're talking about.
Hmm.
And oh look, that guy next to you has a giant ass anchor for a weapon. Yeah, there's some pretty interesting weapons.
Yeah, I'm
Are
gonna
you,
have to do
but you,
definitely gonna have to do some research to see what's gonna work best for my build.
oh god, yes.
I mean,
Like I said, it all depends on like what are you gonna go down for weapons, like a penguin or a horse. Hmm.
that is a very random question out of nowhere for a first time chat.
Let's see. I would probably eat the penguin.
Hmm. Hmm. Honestly, I'm not sure which at this point. Might be a bit nerdish of me, but there are a lot of questions that can come up with that kind of thing in regards to, things like where it's sourced from, what's the flavor profile,
Indeed.
not to mention things like how it's prepared.
Oh god, yes.
So yeah, I think I'm going to have to pass on answering that one because I am just going to overthink the answer. But with that, we're going to wrap things up for now.
Indeed.
Whether or not whether or not we return to Elden Ring on stream, we shall see.
We shall see.
But this was a good little diversion from the usual since we couldn't get the full crew together.
Oh, indeed.
And I now have to prepare for another one, so until next time, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.